Caden, graduate 105 of Fresh Start program.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I know you've already been working for a week at Greater Omaha, and I know that's not an easy place to work, but I'm proud of you for accepting the challenge, and you seem to be excited about it. Like I tell everybody, this is the midway point. Work with Mallory, work your program, work with your sponsor, reach out to us, use your support network, use that young lady to your left who cares an awful lot about you, okay? I'm very proud of you, and I appreciate everything you gave to get yourself to today. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Caden.
Y'all crying out there.
Man, you giving up family secrets, dude. Anyway, Caden, I'd like to say, when Caden first entered into the Heart Ministry Center, he had that swagger like he was entitled. You know, and you can have that when everybody in your network is taking care of you. I'm entitled to everything because I don't have to do anything. Just be alive. And that was the attitude Caden had. But after Caden did his discovery and found out that Fresh Start could not meet his living expenses because he was living better than the Fresh Start team. I'm like, whew, man, I should be in his shoes. But Caden decided that he still wanted to do the Fresh Start program, knowing that we wouldn't cover his living expenses. So this is something he wanted. And I asked Caden, I said, Caden, are you going to graduate Fresh Start? He said, I'm going to be your first graduate. And then I had to apologize to him and remind him he would be the second because I thought Steve was going to graduate before Caden. However, Caden is my first graduate as the reentry coordinator. Caden came in, you know, a young man, very young, you know, 23, couldn't nobody tell me nothing but my mama, you know what I mean? So I understood the attitude. But after being around everyone and communicating, which is Phil's soft skill, Caden started coming around. And he come to me, he says, Mr. Dwayne, I had a good day today. Even when he had a bad day, he said it only lasted for a moment because the atmosphere and the people here showed him so much respect and love, made Caden continue to come back. And it got to the point, yeah, he was slacking. He didn't want to get out of bed. I know kids think they need to sleep until noon, 12 hours a day and all of that, but sleep is overrated. Caden had got to the point where he was in his final warning. And I didn't want to deliver that to him, but I told him, you're going to be about Fresh Start, you're going to be about getting your life in order, or you're going to be about gone. And Caden decided at that moment that he truly wanted to graduate Fresh Start because he has not completed anything. That's what he told me. I've completed nothing. So he became part of Fresh Start. And every day, he didn't talk about it. He started being about it, showing up. His actions speaks much louder than the words, much louder. And like I said, as a young man, it was just amazing to see how hungry he became to graduate Fresh Start program. And I also want to commend Kenzie for being a positive support for Caden. Because I know that without you, it would have been much harder, and I want to thank you for making my job easier. Because with your teamwork, our teamwork, Caden is doing the next right thing. So, with that being said, Caden, thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. And it's just beginning. This is the start point. You did all the hard work, but guess what? I'm here to tell you there's more hard work in front of you, before you. And if you continue to do the things that you've been doing here in the Fresh Start program, there's nowhere you cannot go. I know for a fact if you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. And you've proven that to me over and over and over. And that's what I believe Fresh Start is all about. Wanting it, showing up and getting it. And that's what you've done, and that's why we're here today, because I didn't believe we was gonna make it to this day. I'm gonna be honest, but then I told you, if you work hard, I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader. And that has not changed. You can call my phone most of the time. In the last couple of days that haven't been true, but I'm gonna respond to you because I know the importance of having someone to communicate with. And you chose the Heart Ministry Center as that force. So I ask you to take it one day at a time, like you always done. Do the next right thing and use those 5 soft skills because it brought you to this point. So I congratulate you today and all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was challenging when you first came in. It's hard to define who you are as a man when everyone is doing everything for you. Like, it's hard to make your own choices. It's hard to know which direction to move in. And so taking the leap of faith and doing something that is different was exciting to see. And then to see you grow, like, you were this quiet, timid person, and through making your own choices and having support instead of people enabling you, your self-confidence, you can tell you have more self-confidence as a man in defining who you are as Caden instead of who you are to your girlfriend or to drug court or to your parents or to your friends, just standing firm in who you are. It's really exciting. It's exciting to see. You walk around with a smile, you're happy, very positive. Really proud of you. Congratulations.
Right there. Funny, he's sitting next to Jimmy. We don't coast. That's what it says on the billboards. Omaha, we don't coast. Has Caden been coasting? No. You want to know how I know that? Because he's graduating today. He started something and finished it. Who's coasting in this room right now? Some of us are. You can tell when someone's coasting. And what brings a fresh start to the door? Pitiful and incomprehensible demoralization, or I need help. And that's hard to say. I need help. That's what brought me to the door. Pitiful and incomprehensible demoralization. And our guiding motto, dignity for all. What does dignity mean? Worthy of honor or respect. So when you leave here, you have dignity. And not only do you have it, you can't give it away if you don't have it, but you can't keep it if you don't give it away. So how did Caden get dignity? He started being true to himself. Get up, suit up, show up. That is consistency, reliability. Build your life around recovery. Sound mental health, boundaries, work ethic. Are you on your phone, are you smoking, or are you in the middle doing the work? Attitude. God, you got a great attitude. And then communication, like you showed today. He communicated effectively. Do you have dignity? Did you pay your bills on time this month? Did you pay them on time last month? The month before? Are your expenses organized, prioritized, and on a consistent basis? Yeah. Have you been working out? Yeah. Have you been doing yoga and meditation? Yeah. Have you worked through a lot of adversity these last 15 weeks? Yeah. And you're finishing something you started, which I've never been good at. So you earned your own dignity by being true to yourself. And I asked myself, am I coasting? I don't want to coast. Life's too short to coast. And the stakes are too high. And then what things are you doing that you shouldn't be doing? And what things aren't you doing that you should? So as I look at the other fresh starts, and we have around 20 of them, you want to know something I can say about him? He's been where you are, and he knows the way out. And that's pretty powerful. You can learn a lot from someone who has the truth of an experience. And I want to be like you. I want to have dignity for me. Because if I don't have dignity for me, and I'm not true to myself, and I'm not doing what I say I'm going to do, then I can't look any other man or woman in the eye and share that dignity. So when I look at you, you've earned great dignity when you have been here. You've treated everyone with great dignity, and I hope you take us with you. When I saw you two together, as cute as you are as a couple, on a Saturday when I was supposed to be running the place and we had about 120 volunteers, I had a talk with them, and it was an HR thing, work ethic. When you have two people and they're sitting there tied at the hip, two human resources become one. And that's not efficient. So I tried to explain that to them as I was moving quickly, and they're kind of like, what's this guy talking about? But at the same time, you guys peeled, you started working, and you listened to me. Open-mindedness, coachability. People who are successful are coachable. And I don't know how you teach that, but you were coachable. And then even explaining, hey, you guys are going to be together when you're at home. Work's work, and when you're at work, you're there to work. And I had the same experience with Dwayne, but you never judge a book by its cover. And a lot of people might think you're some young boy band, have great hair, I'm like me type guy, where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to take this guy seriously, but actions speak louder than words. And I did challenge you, and I tell you and everyone else kind of what I think's going to happen. Yeah. But what makes me happy is today happened, and you did all the work. So congratulations, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Plan and thinking of goals, things to consider with your new job. And one thing, like Mark said, is your attitude, I think, is phenomenal. Thinking about like one of our core competencies in Fresh Start is attitude, and you have a great attitude, and you're going to bring that wherever you go. I really admire your faith. I think that's a really strong part of who you are. And your relationship with Kenzie is also a large part of your life that I really admire, that you're prioritizing it. So I'm excited to get to work with you, and we'll see how it goes, and it'll be great. And yeah, just keep doing the next right thing. So congratulations.
Caden, son. Hoping to have a 2 to 3 minute spiritual awakening right here, okay? So picture a jaguar, the spirit of a jaguar, and the chase. Chasing the prey. There's nothing going to get in that way. Nothing is going to get in that way of that vision. Okay? Unfortunately, we have feelings. Okay? And then the world has their feelings and their beliefs. Somehow, some way, we have to align them. That is the challenge. That's why I think a lot of us are in here. It's forgiveness. It's forgiveness is how that's going to apply. In the big book of AA, which I know all you fresh starters have been reading daily, it's at page 66, it says, the first thing apparent that the people in this world are often quite wrong. But that's as far as most of us ever got. We only continue to stay sore and shot ourselves in the foot. The reason I say this is because it's going to be a dogfight. It's not going to be easy. And as once the rewards and all this, everyone's clapping for you. The truth is, life is going to hit you in the mouth. And I can say this, and let me remind myself really quick. So when you get into recovery, into a program, the idea was to build our lives back and get our family back and do all this, right? It has been everything but that for me. I say this because it is a dogfight, and our only job, your only job, Caden, is to stay sober. That is it. And that is what Mark talks about, building your life around recovery. And I asked you not that long ago, how are you in your recovery. You said good, but you haven't been to a meeting since you left. Right? And I say this the truth because I really do care. And the truth is, what happens if you don't use, right? What happens, perhaps you can wake up 4 days later with new lenses on the glasses, a whole new vision, dedicated to the grind and pissed off for greatness, but you have to work a program. That is it. Everything else doesn't matter. You can live to fight another day. If you do use, it's over with. The story's done. I'll close with this. Somebody last week told me, you can't say never give up, but then give up. Kind of contradicting. But we're still standing. We have today. And I love you.
When I first seen you, you were at a young adult court, and I just thought, it was a normal person like myself, just did something dumb, catch a charge. But then once I came to Fresh Start, met you, we became, pretty much brothers, bonded more, So seeing you grow and having that, encouragement to help me grow, I do appreciate it. Congrats.
Bro, you became like a little brother that I couldn't shake, man. Like, I don't know what it was, but you giving me hugs, man. You got me outside of myself, and with that, you'll forever be a brother of mine. I know this world it'll get heavy and whatnot. Just know that you don't have to face this alone, ever. So don't disconnect, drop me a line. We'll get through it. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Caden, you've had more jobs in an 8-month period than I can count. I didn't understand it. It was hard to understand. Be like, I was just saying an hour ago what happened. Everything seemed fine. And an hour later it wasn't fine. And I think part of that was that you didn't have a sense of belonging. And I hope you found that here. I can see it on your face, how much more proud of yourself you are. And I hope to see that continue as you stay connected with Mallory and the community here, because you're a part of it. So I'm really proud of you, and get your GED. Okay? So good job.
Certificate of completion. The certificate is proudly presented to Caden for his outstanding abilities and dedication to the Fresh Start program at the Heart Ministry Center. Presented this 24th day of April 2023. Congratulations. Okay,
Now it's your turn.
your turn.
Give a speech.
Okay. Got a little anxiety, so bear with me.
Right?
It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do the Fresh Start program at first. I thought I was like working for nothing. But I was sick of being a bum, so I wanted to go into open-minded, and I'm grateful I've been through the program and everything it taught me, so thank you guys. But yeah, thank you.